Hello and welcome to my Court Counter app showcase. This was lesson 3 of the Udacity user input course. We created this app in XML and Java. The cool thing about this app in XML is that there are linear layouts inside of relative layouts inside of linear layouts. So lots of nested layouts in this app, which is pretty cool. Um, So you can see here we have this relative layout, and inside that is a linear layout. And then inside this linear layout is another linear layout, which this has the text, the score text view, and all the buttons for this app. And then yeah, there's this view for the line in between them, and then there's the same linear layout except for the other team. And if I didn't explain this before, this is a basketball score counting app. I'm sorry. Yeah. And then as you can see after that, we have these buttons down here outside of the linear layouts and linear layouts. If we go to our Java file, we can see that we have a lot of methods. So we have different methods for each button. So we have a method for displaying the score for team A, we have a method for displaying the score for team B, and then we have a method for each amount of points that we want to add onto each team. So we have 3 points, a 2 points, and a 1 point method. And then we also, yeah, that's and then something I added myself because I went a little bit above and beyond and I thought it'd be cool. I added this save function and this load function, which basically allows you to save a score on the app and then load it back up later. So yeah. So if we click on the app, I have it open here on my Android emulator. We can add points to team A, add some points to team B. Let's say they get a free throw. It's 10 to 12. And so we can click save, we can reset, we can start counting up again. Team A is winning this time. And then once this game is done, we want to go back to our other game. And so we can load that and then bam, we got our old score back. And something else I can change is I made these text views up here editable, so we can make the team name something like whoops, Chicago versus New York, maybe? I don't know basketball teams. I'll just say it's Chicago versus New York. Can add some more points, save it again, reset, and then it goes back to team A and team B. And then when we load it again, it'll actually go back to Chicago and New York, which is pretty cool. Something I also added, which is a nice feature. If we go to GitKraken over here, we can see this is the version control application that we use, which is very nice to use. Helps if you make a big mistake, you can easily get rid of it and go back to a stable version of your app. And it also helps, we have different branches, which we have our lesson 3 branches, which is currently I have checked out, which is where I do all of the coding. And then we have a development branch, which is basically like a little double check just to make sure when we merge it, there's no conflict errors or anything like that. And then once it's all good in development, we put it in the main, and the main branch is what users of our app will be having on their phones. And when we merge it to main, that's like, oh, you got an update ready. So that's why we have our development, so that when we merge it, they're not downloading a very buggy version. And so we can look inside of these. We can see where I updated the linear layout. If I open this up, I can go to my XML activity and we can see what I got rid of. We can see I got rid of all this constraint layout stuff for linear layout. And then I changed the text view, which is just something that was part of the template, the linear layout template that I have. So yeah, we can click on these, see everything I changed, look at created team A views. You can look at that. We don't have to look at the difference view either. We can just look at the actual file view, what the script looked like without everything that we got rid of, which is pretty cool. And last but not least, I'd like to show you the GitHub for my project, which is cool because everything's on the internet. We can see, we can go to our different branches. Everything that we need is right here on the internet in case we don't actually have GitKraken to have an easy download. So they work hand in hand and it's great. So thank you for watching the court counter video.